Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. And we have a little smackdown this morning. We have gold down $16 to 3,376, silver down 35 cents to 38.21. In the futures market, 38.21 compares to September of 38.32, October 38.49, December 38.83. And sometimes we see these smackdowns when options are expiring. So I'll just leave you with that to see if maybe we have a buying opportunity here. Silver falling more than gold, so the gold-silver ratio is up 0.36 to 88.24. And I don't think it gets over 90, that's for sure, in my opinion. 10-year yield is up today, and curiously up when there's more and more news about Fed rate cuts and stacking the board with dovish individuals. So, yeah, long rates not cooperating like the government thinks they should with dropping short rates. Okay, the dollar index is up 0.43 to 98.64. Perhaps that's consistent with a higher for longer long bond rate. We'll have to see on that. It's going to be very volatile today. Copper market, therefore, ought to be down, and it is because it trades inversely to the dollar, as does silver. Down 6 cents to 4.48. Copper can't get out of bed. Copper being a strategic mineral, so yeah, I have news about that as well in a minute. Okay, the platinum in futures market is 1326, down $20, getting smacked pretty hard today. A long chart on platinum. It's still kind of holding in here, but I don't think there'll be a breakdown on platinum. I think we will rally from here after we get past probably Friday. Okay, the base metal commodity fund was up yesterday. This is zinc and lead and so forth, and that is at 1976. No trade so far this morning, so base metals looking strong. Yeah, it has been climbing all the way back down from that smackdown when copper got hit and fell over $1 and is nearly back up to its high at 1978. Today could be a reversal day for DVB. All right, and the gold miners, if you follow those, they're off 48 cents. The GDX ETF is down 48 cents, but on a year basis, the chart is incredibly strong. Moving on to the economic calendar, nothing today. Tomorrow, initial jobless claims. So, you know, we often have a rally in metals into initial jobless claims, but we often have, not often, but sometimes have depressed prices into futures expiration. I don't know what will win here, but I think there will be volatility, and I think there will be reversals in price. Let's see, and then tomorrow, usually metals do like to smack down at the end of the week, which will also be the end of the month. So, yeah, we could see some opportunity for buying in here, but I think it could be short-lived. In the pre-market, on the Fear Greed Index, we are at 60 on the Fear Greed indicator in the greed lower third of the greed quadrant. Quadrant, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, quintile. Futures up 31, S&P up 4, NASDAQ up 20. We have NVIDIA releasing earnings after the bell, and of course they'll probably blow it out. Maybe people are expecting a return to all these bullish moves in the stock market could happen. Bitcoin is predicting sell-off. Bitcoin down 443 to 111,334. It was 110, I believe, yesterday at one point. So Bitcoin trying to regain momentum, but it has entered kind of a bearish phase here. Perhaps that predicts where the stock market is going to go. Before I get onto the deals, the question of the day is going to be sales tax. Okay, I had another question about this. An individual, I think he said in Nevada, getting charged sales tax on eBay. Well, eBay isn't perfect on these rules, and you will have to complain to them. Not to the seller so much, because the seller has very little control over eBay. But you can certainly call up eBay and show them an example of them misapplying the sales tax rules. You can do that on Walmart, for example, where they misapply the rules constantly. So you can always petition them to do something, and they probably won't. And of course, know your sales tax rules. When there is a change, often the big dealers don't get to it right away. eBay may not get to it right away. Some of the sales tax rules are kind of invoked when you hit certain levels or exceed certain levels, they fall off. $500, for example. In California, it's $2,000. Spend $2,001, and you won't get charged sales tax, at least on eBay. And then sometimes, even on eBay, the categories can affect whether you're charged sales tax. A difference between the bullion category and the coins category sometimes. So all I can say is you can complain, and like you said, that individual said, when it happens, they click away. That's what I do. I don't have time to fight the machine on this. I just find a place where they're applying the rules correctly. Or in the case of California, they're applying the rules incorrectly to my advantage. And I can tell you more about that if you want to email me. Okay, and before we get on to the deals, welcome all new members, subscribers, and people just passing by. I appreciate a thumbs up for what I do here. I'm not sponsored by any bullion dealer, so I kind of move around a little faster than some of the bigger channels. And you can click along with me on the website, bestsilvergolddeals.com, especially if prices are falling. You can get the very same sorts that I'm getting here and maybe get a better price. Okay, moving on, I'm just going to start with 1/10 Gold Eagle today. That is $3.63 over at Monument Metals. Everything is brilliant uncirculated unless I say otherwise. A quarter-ounce Gold Eagle is $8.63 at Summit Metals. Good outfit there. A $5 U.S. commemorative is a good alternative to a pricey quarter-ounce Eagle at $8.36 at Provident Metals today. I like this 10-gram deal here. It's a pretty good price, $1,125 at Summit Metals in the assay, and maybe you get a pamp bar. So that's not bad if you like metric. Of course, a bar is not a coin. Let's see. Let's do a 1-ounce Gold Eagle, and that can be had for $34.26 at Bullion Exchanges, a little cheaper than yesterday. I'll go back to a half-ounce Krugerrand. I don't know why I skipped it. $17.37 at Safe Haven Metals. And moving on to a Buffalo, new player here is Provident, $34.58, and these are brilliant uncirculated. So I think that's a good deal for a Buffalo, $34.58. Maybe we'll beat it on eBay, maybe we won't. We'll get there in a minute. Let's see, let's move on to, was it the Britannia that was new? No, $34.26 at Safe Haven Metals for a 1-ounce gold Britannia. Krugerrand is always pretty cheap, and today it is $33.85 at Monument Metals. I believe that's brilliant uncirculated. You can check the notes on that. Okay, and what do I want to do next? I don't want to skip platinum like I always do. I think you probably ought to be buying platinum here. $14.29 for a Great Britain Britannia. And if you want to get the Platinum Eagle, that is $14.51. I would get that, and that's probably worth $100 more. If they send you a rare year, then might be worth even more, but that's an aftermarket sale. The LCS will not pay you that much for platinum. Okay, a Silver Eagle this morning at Monument Metals is $41.29. Any quantity pricing, brilliant uncirculated backdate. Silver Eagles, the culls are $41.15 at Monument Metals. Not a big enough spread for me to buy culls there. Here is the story that was big news yesterday, and it's not final yet, but it has been proposed that silver be added to the strategic minerals list. You ask why? How could silver not be considered a strategic mineral like copper? Copper is. Well, that's because U.S. government has been embarrassed by this monetary metal in the past, and they've been trying to keep a lid on it, in my opinion. Now it is being added to the strategic mineral list. You can read this article here. It is a draft that was posted to the Federal Register for 30-day comment, and that will change the market somewhat. It may cause a little more hoarding of U.S. produced minerals, and maybe maybe we don't let the Chinese buy up all our gold and silver mines like they're doing all over the world. Yeah, it's wise to keep track of our precious minerals here, and this one is both monetary and industrial and military, and this is very big news. The market is not reacting on it. We've got a smackdown today, but I think give this a few weeks to percolate here, and I think silver will respond. Copper has not. Copper was on a move and then it got busted. So being a critical mineral is not the panacea, but it is a good thing. Okay, a silver maple this morning is 40.37 at bullion exchanges. A kangaroo is 39.95 at Monument Metals. Similar pricing on the Britannias, etc. Here is a snake privy Britannia, which if you like exotic things, I have owned many of these back when they were hot. And I guess I've sold them mostly. But here you can get for 40.62, you can get a Snake Privy Britannia from 2013. Those are plain field Britannias, which are very, very nice. They could spot. So if they send you a tube of spotted Snake Privies, it is a rim engraved. It's a very cool coin. Probably hard to sell though, but about the same price as a Britannia, so you could buy a tube of those and see if you like them. But if they're messed up, send them back. Okay, I'll skip the rest here. What else we want? We want to keep following the Libertad story. Here they're still out of stock for the 25 Libertads. The silver BU Libertads, the proofs are out of sight. I guess they've been released a couple places like LPM Hong Kong, and they're in the thousands. So no, I'm not buying the proofs. But if you find them cheap, you could buy them. Okay, what's going on with the privies? Well, the Army, well, you know, these are all out of stock. Let's see. The BU privies are in stock at dealers, close to $50. The Army privy is long gone at the U.S. Mint. The laser privy is very hot and they have not released all the mintage on that. There could be 15, 20,000 of these remaining, and sometime in the next month they'll take the order limit off, and that is a good flipper coin if you can snag it. Sacagawea is long gone, sold out. The gold sunflower is doing better in the aftermarket, and it is a hot, hot, hot gold coin. I suggest you buy one, but you probably won't get a chance at the U.S. Mint. I think they are long gone. The Silver Liberty is also doing pretty well in the aftermarket. Not great, not a barn burner. And you have to wait for those to come back up early in the morning. Maybe you can catch a couple of them. But I think it's a solid $150 coin. Maybe that's it for that one. I'm not sure. Let's see. In stock at Costco this morning. Show me something good for a change. And lower prices, hopefully. Now, sometimes when prices drop, they don't adjust right away. And here we have the gold bar at $34.49. Not that great. We have the silver bar at $4.19. Not that great. But with a 2% Executive Club rebate and a 2% rebate credit card, like the Costco credit card, you get 4% off on that, and that'll bring you below spot on that gold bar. And that'll bring you still over spot on that Liberty bar. But it's a very nice silver bar right there if you want to pick that up. Okay, and moving on to junk. We've got SD Bullion with 27.5 times face for quarters. They have some other listings as well. You may want to take a look over there. If you're paying that much for junk, I wouldn't pay spot for junk. I'd try to get it on eBay where it has been cheaper. I'll show you that in a minute. You can get Mercs for about 28 times face, and that is a nice numismatic hold on those. In the silver category, let's just go to Golden State Mint. And Golden State Mint has got Buffaloes at $39.34 this morning. Not bad. The 10-ounce cast secondary bar deal is still in stock at $3.99 at Pinehurst, and I like that if you like poured silver, cast silver. The 10-ounce Scottsdale stackers are still over 400. They're 404 presently. Remember, Scottsdale will buy its silver back for $1 back a spot. Unless it's all messed up, then I don't think they would. Let's keep going here. And anything great here? What do I want to show you? Kilo about $12.50. $12.58 over at Monument Metals for a random beat-up kilo. What else do we got? The picks of the day. Well, you've already heard about that. And I showed you the Engelhard bars. They're still for sale at $4.07 this morning. Hopefully you get a good one. I placed my order about a week ago, and maybe I'll get those in a week or two. I sent a paper check on that. I don't know why. Okay, and the pocket pinger is always good to have, especially for garage sales. I highly recommend you pick one of those up from Sound Money. All right, and let's do Silver Eagles. Usually the culls come up first, and we've been getting good deals on the culls. Let's see what we got today. Here we have culls from bullion.com. Those are going to be 41... yeah, 41, and then under 40 out the door. That'll beat the dealers on calls. Bullion.com is a good outfit. They'll probably be a little better than your average Cull Eagle. BGASC will probably truly be Cull and will be more expensive. Let's try to find some BUs. Let's try to find some BUs today. Okay, Silver Eagles, Monster Box, big seller, good feedback, 42. That'll be under 41 out the door if you like this seller. Zackaroo Scooby-Doo, okay, and coming right out of a Monster Box from 2016. And looks okay to me, so that'll beat the dealers there. You can pick that up as well and buy as many as you want. Okay, we did good on the small lots. Let's go to a big lot. Big lot of culls is about 40 out the door, and a big lot of Silver Eagles is more expensive than that small lot. So I would get the small multiples of the small lot. Let's do the rotation here. Silver Maples, 25 in a tube, 1033. Silver Britannias, 1041, trying to beat 1033. Silver Kangaroos are 1049, trying to beat 1033. And Krugerrands are 1053. Looks like 1033 is the winner, pretty close to the bottom end of my chart. And those would be a little over 40 bucks for, I think that was Maples. Maple would be my choice out of all the coins here. The Lonely Little Philharmonic is going to be 2430, about 2110 out the door. I'm sorry, about 41.10 out. Nah, I don't like the Philharmonics at that price. Okay, small seller junk. Let's get something good here. 27.5. That'd be about 26.8 or 26 point. Yeah, about 26.8 times face out the door. That's a good deal. That'd be under spot, and I think that beats the dealer. He's got several listings, and we got anything good here? Let's look for something good. Oh, we're in the 28s. Nothing good. There's the big dealers. There you go, 28.6 for Franklin half dollars. And they look pretty nice from Aiden Coins. I think that's a pretty good outfit. Okay, so 28.6. You would get about 90 cents off. You'd be at about 27.8 to 27.9 times face. I think you'd be a little over spot on that. But who wouldn't like a big old tube of full date Franklins? That's not so bad. If you like Franklins, I like them. Okay, and did I do the big lot of junk? No, I guess I didn't. Let's get up to the good listings, and you want something that says circulated, not damaged or hold. 28.14, about 27.5 for the big lot. The small lot is cheaper. We'll skip the Carson Cities and the Peace Dollars if you're not doing numismatics today and go to the cheapest kilo. Can we beat 12.50? Yes, we can. 12.70, take 3% off. You'll be under the dealer price on a random kilo. And if you see anything nice there, RMC is a good melting bar. Those melt very, very nice. Why? Because the silver came out of the Amazon rainforest. Okay, and I'm kidding, but not really. Let's keep going here. Valcambi bars. Oh, baby. Oh, there's a cast Valcambi. Valcambi is such a high-quality product. I've never lost money buying a Valcambi bar of any size or shape, even though they carry a premium. That's $13.25, and then 50 bucks off puts you at about $12.75. You'd be paying up about 25 bucks for that bar, but I do like the Valcambi bars. I do like them. They got any other? God, I got a lot of Valcambi kilos there. That's upscale. And the deal. And here's a Sunshine Mint bar. That's upscale. Here's another Sunshine Mint bar. Not vintage. Okay, those are newer Sunshine Mint bars. Here's a Scottsdale Mint Imperium. I don't know what this goofy Scottsdale stuff is, but there's one with an M on it. There's another one. That looks like a Germania bar, doesn't it? Very shiny. Just looking for something good here in the kilos. I'm already paying too much. I'm way too high on the price here. And no go. So you probably want to get the cheapest one, but I do like that Valcambi. Oh, so nice. Here's your vintage bar of the day. Not a bad price, $4.69, $5 shipping for an AGS America Gold Old Pour. This is probably from the '80s. I have one of these, and just a nice old 10-ounce ingot. Not too bad a premium on that. The big bar, I'll skip, and let's go to a 100-ounce bar, 100-ounce silver bar. This better be under spot. And where do we got here? Is an Engelhard for $38.50. He is a small seller. And 67 feedback, $17 shipping puts you at $38.67. He'll take a best offer. Now, this is something that I could not recommend for you to do because he's a small seller and I have not checked his 100% feedback. But I would buy this. Let's see if there's a better picture. A little beat up on the bar. Been scratched up a little bit anyway. So if you made him an offer of $37.50, now his dealer is probably offering him $3 back a spot. That's why he put it on eBay. But if you offered him, well, even $3,800, and he got out the door at $37, you'd be a couple bucks under spot. And if you didn't want to keep that as a vintage bar, it is a little messed up. I will give you. I could polish that right up actually on the rotary polisher. But anyway, you'd be under spot on a vintage bar that you could always melt if you had to. Melt that into 3/9 shot and sell it on eBay for a profit. Okay, let's keep going here. I'm going to skip the Morgans and the Peace dollars. The Army Privy Eagle is going for as cheap as $209 this morning. And if you want that in a 70, you will have to pay $349. Okay, the price on these came down a little bit on these First Strike PF 70s, so a little cheaper. And those are in circulation, and I think the price will come back up on those. Let's see, and where am I? Cheapest platinum coin is going to be, no, it's a bar, $14.32 for a platinum bar, take 3% off. 23 Platinum Eagle, which is the collector year, is $15.90. A little pricey on that. 1 gram gold this morning as cheap as $122 minus 3%. Random 1/10 ounce gold as cheap as $367 minus 3%. 1/10 Gold Eagle. Okay, let's dig into this one here. Random year Gold Eagle 372. Dealer was in the 360s. That looks like about a push on the 1/10 Gold Eagle. Let's go up to a 1/4 ounce Gold Eagle. 1/4 ounce Gold Eagle. Not an Indian. 1/4 ounce Gold Eagle. It is a small seller, bad feedback. Yeah, that's no good. 907 out the door would be about $8.80 on a 1/4 ounce Gold Eagle. Oh, here's a nugget bar, Australia nugget bar for $9.12. That's pretty cool right there. So what did I say? $8.80. What is the dealer charging here? $8.80 for a 1/4 ounce Gold Eagle. 1/4 ounce Gold Eagle up at the dealer is going for, if I did my math right, is going for $8.64. Dealer beat us. Okay, we lose. Let me go on to the next listing. Let's go to 1 ounce Gold Eagle. I'm going to win this one maybe. Okay, let's see. $34.79, small seller. Now I can't buy gold from a small seller. Let's see. $34.98. That'd be out the door under $3,400. And nope, dealer beats us there too. Let me go back to random 1 ounce gold. Maybe we'll find something cheap here. Jewelry grade, I don't know. I don't really like it. Let's see. And random gold will have to be over 3,000. Look at all the scams. Let's see. Look at all the scams. $33.50. I don't believe it. Let's go up to small seller. Small seller. Here is a big seller. $34.57. Oh, that's a double eagle. There's a Krugerrand, $34.76. There's a bar, $34.61, about $33.50 out the door. Hey, that's not a bad looking bar. Ooh, what is that? Arger Horaeus, 1 ounce bar, 4 9s in assay. He does have $16 shipping on there, but that'd be in the mid 33s, and that'd be right around spot. Oh, from Switzerland. That's a pretty little bar right there. And the Krugerrands could be cheaper at the dealer. $34.75 for a Pamp bar. What did I skip over here? Yeah, I got to skip that one. Okay, not so good there. How about a half-ounce gold maple? All right, come on, give me something good. 1821, that would be about $50 off, about 1770 out the door on a half-ounce gold maple, which would be 3,500 melt. Let's go on to the big proof gold set, which people are snagging at auction. You may want to check the auctions on these. 66.92. I think that beats the dealer by a little bit for 1.85 ounces of proof gold. How about a Buffalo? Can we beat 34.50? No, it's a push. Okay, and Tudor Beast, well, let's see what we can do for the Tudor Beast. As cheap as 9.10, that would be $30 off, about 8.80 on a 1/4 ounce Tudor Beast. If you want the 1 ounce, the British Sovereign Gold, you know I like the Dragon bars if I'm going to buy those. And let's see, where's my 1 ounce Queen's Beast, Tudor Beast? Give it to me, come on, where are they? What is all that platinum coming up for? Wow, what's wrong with my sort here? Okay, Panther, the 10-ounce Panther is going for $2,511. That's a silver Panther. Wow, that is surprising. That is very surprising that that coin is selling for that much. Okay, I don't know. I gave up on the Tudor Beast. I just didn't like the images in the end. Okay, pre-33 gold. Well, since we're striking out on gold, how about a double eagle for 34.03, under 3,300 out the door, 0.9675 ounces of gold. That looks pretty good. It's AU. That's not a bad deal. Yeah, when they give you lemons, make lemonade, right? How about the 50 peso? How cheap is that? Ooh, here is somebody. Oh, he's only got 19 feedback. We got to go to 42.19, and that would be about 4,100 out the door, 1.21 ounces of gold. You do the math, see if you like that. It's probably a pretty near spot. The Laser Privy Eagle is selling for 175 on Eagle on eBay, so that is a pretty hot coin after all. The gold sunflower price is coming up on this. The raw is now 52.28. And if you want that in the slab, all the dealers are grading theirs. So you're going to find this is going to be hard to find raw because there's big money in the good grades. Here's a 69 going for 5,400. Wow. Here's a 70 going for 5,600. I think that could be a $7,000 coin someday. But there will not be as many raw as you think. If you can find that anywhere, I would still buy it. I'm happy to have mine. I'll get them on Friday. Okay, and stuff in my eBay store if you want to take a look around for some exotic silver and gold. No gold up there. I rarely sell gold on eBay. Let's see, and the bars I pour for channel members. And, if you want to pick up a bar, just email me, losinglouis@yahoo.com. And if you want to sell your laser privy eagles, I'll make you an offer on those. No cash, just trade. Let's see, you can always email me on that. And there's the vacuum sealer and the precious metals verifier. There's the Devil Forge to melt that Engelhard bar into shot. And then make your own bars if you want. There's the Amex card, very nice. PayPal card, very, very nice. Quicksilver card, I also recommend. Not so much for precious metals. And the Saver card is not for precious metals, but it is for groceries like King. It's the king of the grocery store cards at 3% cash back. And remember, we got a 3-day weekend coming up here, and you will want to be searching for ribeyes. Okay, ribeye steaks, ribeye roasts. This is when they put meat on sale. Meat has been escalating like crazy. Hamburger prices up something like 20%. recently, and steaks out of sight. So wait for the 3-day weekends. Get yourself a deep freezer and fill it with the good stuff. The tri-tips are also pretty good prices as well. But search out those ribeyes, buy them in bulk, vacuum sealing them in that vacuum sealer, and don't pay $15 a pound for a ribeye steak, guys. Okay, here we go, and I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I also want to say thank you for recognizing my work here. I appreciate you guys each and every day, and you can thank me with nothing, I guess. I don't know. A cup of coffee, subscribe to the membership channel, and you can always subscribe to my website, bestsilvergolddeals.com. I'll try to send out a few more alerts to a couple thousand people there now on my website, and especially with prices dropping. If we can get spot dropping a little bit here and premiums getting back down to zero, I'll send out some more alerts. So thank you for the thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.